You're watching the Power Hour. I'm your host, DJ Larry Jones, and my next guest is an actress, writer, director. She does it all, and she's here to tell us about her new project she's working on. Take a look.
From the time I was little, I dreamt about being a dancer. When other kids were doing sleepovers or playing at recess, I was choreographing and performing as much as I could. Hi, I'm Pam Heffler. I am the creator, writer, and actress in the film Dancing Home.
Hi, my name is Lisa Dolmal-Reeve and I'm the producer for Pam Heffler's short film Dancing Home.
I wrote this film because my passion is to inspire people to live their dream and not settle. In my film, the main character is in midlife, struggling with her life path, trying to figure out what she really wants to be doing with her life. At the same time, her elderly father is slipping into dementia. This father-daughter relationship and this beautiful young kid that she encounters who has a passion and dream for being a dancer but doesn't have the means gives her the courage to change her life path and actually do something extraordinary in her life.
The story particularly resonated with me on a very personal level. My late father also had Alzheimer's, and the disease itself is heartbreaking and very difficult for both the person who has it and the carer. And I believe this story really addresses that issue.
Dancing Home is a proof of concept for a TV pilot.
Everything that makes a film, it truly is a village from the beginning all the way to the end, and we invite you to be part of our village. Come and join the movement. Any donation, small, big, in kind, sharing the post will help us enormously. We thank you from the bottom of our heart. Please come dance home with us.
No donation is too small or too big. We would love you to participate and be part of our movement. Thanks again.
Please welcome Pam Heffler. Pam, how are you?
I'm great. That was so lovely. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. It looks like it's going to be amazing. And last time you were on a show, you spoke about the idea of this project.
I know.
And now it's actually coming into fruition. How do you feel?
I want to laugh. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm like blown away. Like you're right. I love that we're doing this because I was just sharing with you last time about that the work I do is all about inspire as a coach as well as inspiring people to really it's never too late and to really go for your dream, whatever that is, and to tap in. And that really is what the film is about. And so it's this beautiful merging of the actual story in the film is really what I'm doing as Pam, creating it. I guess maybe, I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but I don't feel ready. Like there's always more to do. And we're filming in 3 weeks. So this is amazing. And yeah, I have an amazing team. I'm grateful. I'm excited.
Now, who's in the movie? Who's some of the actors and actresses?
Well, we're still in the process of casting. So I can't say, but I can say we have, it's a small cast, by the way. I'm in it. I wrote it. I'm also it's from my point of view, and I'm the lead, but opposite me is my father. So if anyone was watching the promo video, is about this father-daughter relationship and this coming to terms with not having really known each other. And he's at the end of his life and slipping into dementia. Mm-hmm. And I have the wonderful 4-time Emmy Award nominee and 2-time Emmy Award winner, Max Gale, playing my father. He just, we've been in conversations and now it's official. I didn't want to mention it until, contracts are signed and he's coming in and he's amazing. And I'm so blessed. He also played a similar role on General Hospital, if anyone's familiar with soap operas. Just in the last, I think it was 2019 to 2021, don't quote me, and he won 2 Daytime Emmy Awards for that role. So I'm just honored. I'm excited. he's and ironically, he's playing my father. I found out his birthday is the same day as my father's.
Wow.
I know.
Interesting.
I know.
Interesting.
I know. I thought that's interesting. And he's
Yeah.
just lovely as a human being and wildly talented and very invested in the project, you know, he's elevating it. That's what I'm excited about. I feel it's not about, oh, I'm doing you a favor and I'm sort of famous and you're not, or whatever.
Yeah. He's in it. He's all the way in. He's vested, right?
In it. That's why I was like, this is a no-brainer, because he wants to collaborate and even, you know, deepen it from a creative perspective, which I think is very exciting.
Right, right. Now you're a dancer.
Yeah.
How much of this movie tells true in your own life? Are you dealing with anyone with dementia?
You know, I'm not. So it's interesting. That was a character, a plot point I added mostly because I'm witnessing it so much. I have actually a dear friend. It wasn't how I intended to write this. You know, it's like as you're writing, things start emerging in that creative process. And I have a very dear friend who's a bit older, and her father's a bit older, and really dealing with this.
Mm-hmm.
And she's also a writer. So I was not collaborating, but getting her advice, because I wanted to make sure I was really having integrity with what that is like. And she was like, you're spot on with how they forget and how someone with dementia can slip into it very quickly. The decline and 1 minute forget and 1 minute fine. But I've seen several of my friends who are now caregivers. And my parents I'm blessed. My parents are still with me. I'm knocking on wood here. And in my story, my character's mother and the wife has passed away. That's also part of the story. So that's not in it's very adjacent to my life. And so it's dealing with a lot of those kind of issues. But and if you look just in our culture, it's a really that conversation about brain health, mental health, all that is very relevant, and there's a lot out there. So I think it speaks to, and that's something that I think I spoke about last time, very passionate about telling stories with social impact that not just raise awareness, but like bring heart to these situations. You know, I do feel like in the opportunity in film or any artistic expression is to open people's heart. It's not just a statistic in a book about, well, this percentage of people have this or that, but it kind of touch people. And hopefully that's what this story will do.
Yeah, it'll definitely bring awareness, because, you know, dementia, it's not only the person going through it, it's the caregiver that's dealing with it as well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Oh, it's all of it. And that helplessness. And again, this dear friend, I mean, the denial about it, and then what do you do? And watching someone you love slip away and then not even remember you. My dad is starting to forget. I can see that, not to the degree that I've written this character. And, you know, sometimes my mother will, she's like, I'm sorry I said that before. I said, don't worry, it's okay. You know, that's fine. You can repeat it. It's okay if you don't remember that movie. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. It happens so gradually, you know, forgetting your keys, forgetting this, forgetting that.
Oh, yeah.
And the next thing you know, it's like, you know, you forget where you are. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's, you know, if anyone was a fan of that television show, which I thought was amazing, This Is Us, Mandy Moore plays that character, and she is young, actually. I think she's playing someone in her 50s or 60s that starts to really decline. And I feel like in a way that show, that sort of family drama with a lot of heart, was an inspiration for me too, in terms of tone of my film, something that really explores family dynamic and how we affect each other. So
it also touches on finding your purpose, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes, finding your purpose, but also really honoring that dream inside. I think we all have something from the time we're young that we want to do, and oftentimes get derailed for many reasons, whether it's
life,
resources, feeling that, that was, that's actually the personal story that is most relevant to me, is how much I always came into the world wanting to be creative and be a dancer, and I was not encouraged. It was not the thing that it was like, well, that's a hobby, but you can't make money doing that, and that's ridiculous. And almost the message was that, well, that's like selfish, there's like things to go out and do, and you're smart and you got to make money. And I get that. I'm not putting that down at all, but I do think that there's a tragedy in your life if you just, how do I say this, do the thing so that one day you retire so that you can have a good time, because maybe that day never comes, y'all.
Right. You're right.
I have a good friend who passed during the pandemic. And I get teared up when I think about it. Yeah, I mean, in his 40s, wanted to be an actor, and he was going for it. And thank God he had given up his corporate job. He's like, I don't care. I'm not going to make money, but I want to do what I want to do. And, he didn't get to see that dream all the way to fruition, but at least he took that stand and went all in. And unfortunately got really sick a few years ago and passed away. And I think in his 40s, so there's no guarantee. And that's one reason I was like, what am I doing waiting? I've wanted to do, that's part of what I want to share truthfully, is I've had this idea for, 7 or 8 years, and started to do it and then didn't do it. And life got busy, and I thought, either do it or don't do it. And then I don't know if anyone's aware, but last year there was the writers' strike in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I remember.
Actors' strike, all that stuff. And I thought, it's like, we got to do this. And that's one reason why, I could always say I'm not ready, because you never feel ready. It's a big thing.
I hear a lot of people say, oh, I'm ready. I'm going to wait for the right time. There is no right time.
Exactly.
What's the right time, right? Just do it.
Well, and that's why, I just had to pick a date. And, this wonderful actor, we've been talking for a couple months, so we had to, because he's not in LA, he's in the San Francisco area. So he's coming in, which is amazing. And that's why I was like, what am I, like, the idea of, I have to have it all together and perfect. It's never going to be that. So I have to just accept that this is the story as it is now. And it is going back to that. I hope that inspires people to dig inside and hopefully trust that maybe it's never too late for them. Or is it? That's a little secret that's revealed in the script.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. But I think it's never too late. The only time it's too late is when you're at a point in life so where you just can't work anymore. When you get older and you just can't move anymore. Then I say, you know what? Okay, it's time to give it up. But as long as we still have breath and movement and functioning minds, it's never too late to follow your dream.
Yeah. No, I have a dear friend who's quite a bit older than me, and she's constantly reinventing herself, which is amazing, and I think that's a mindset of you pick your career and then you're done. And again, whatever works for people. I'm not, judging. But I think there's always the opportunity to be creative, whatever that looks like. And then I know other people, a dear friend who's a bit, older, and she's retired and moved to Portugal, and it's like starting new creative things and is excited for this next phase. Like, there's always an opportunity to recreate. And it doesn't, creativity isn't just about being a dancer or a musician or a painter. Like, our creativity is all of who we are. But going back to the story, I actually did go and pursue a career in dance, but it wasn't without struggle, I think, because I think there's a different dynamic when you have an environment that says, go, do. I'm excited for you. I trust you. No matter what happens, we've got your back, versus, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And my own personality of sort of feeling obligated and bad and, oh, I should have, or, that's not a way to create success. I don't believe, if you're going in one direction and you think, oh, I should do that. Oh, I should do that. You're going nowhere.
There's no actual secret to success. It's just do it, right?
Do it. Well, it's putting, and that's sort of how I'm doing this film. And I laugh. It's like, people are like, well, where's it going to be? And you're going to win awards. I was like, I have no idea. I'm just putting one foot in front of the other. And what's the next thing we have to do? It's those small, I've heard amazing, amazing actors say this, our top actors say, it's like any other craft. You just take the hammer to the nail or the potter at the wheel. You're just doing the next thing, chipping away, and one foot in front of the other to create, and then trusting the moment, trusting this amazing actor was excited about the project, trusting that we have aligned values, trusting that he was available and interested, that he happened to has the same birthday as my dad. I feel like that was sort of a wild,
that's amazing,
synchronicity, and being open to the magic, and even if people listen again to the promo video, that's my producer. I didn't know when I hired her. She's also a dancer. I didn't know that she had personally dealt with that with her own father having Alzheimer's and passing away. So I feel like even my wardrobe person, she said, "Oh my gosh, I just worked on a project that's similar," and how much it touched her. And so there's also that sort of magic of not knowing how it's going to affect the people that. And it is about the younger generation too. That's something else I want to touch on.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. How soon will it be released? Do you have another year or so? Or?
Well, good question. Hopefully we're going to go right into editing. I'm not going to yes, I need to raise more money. That's, it's always a thing when you're producing. I'm an executive producer, which means I'm paying for it. I'm not backed by a studio right now. But I'm definitely going to do this. It's not something that's going to sit in the can and wait. So hopefully I'm going to be applying for some grants. So hopefully in the next, by end of year, it will be edited and then submitted out to festivals and hopefully streaming. And, I would hope within the year that's the goal. But again, like I said, I'm putting one foot in front of the other.
And just trust the process, right? Trust the process.
Yes, and I'll be 100% here. I've never produced before. I've only been on the other end as talent, which is amazing. I've been the actor, and you get to show up on set, and someone does your hair and makeup, and you do your job, and you leave. I've never done all these things, so but I'm committed to following this through. It's not going to not happen.
Well, it's looking good. It's looking really good. I can't wait to see it. Now, what do you say to someone who may be watching who's struggling with saying, I want to chase my dream, but I have all of these bills and, all of this overhead. So I don't think I have time to chase my dream. What do you say to that person?
I would say, first of all, I hear you. That's a reality. I don't want to dismiss that or diminish it because it's, people going through hard times. I get it. And you can find 2 hours a week to do the thing that brings you joy. Just start, take it. What is that thing? Whatever that dream is that, I don't know, give me an example of what that dream might be.
Yeah. It can be singing.
Yeah. Right. Singing. So maybe you can't afford a singing, private lessons, but you might be able to join an online, now that everything's virtual, class where you get to do singing. You might go to a karaoke bar and sing, and that doesn't have to cost a lot of money.
Right. You can put yourself in positions to where someone may possibly see and hear you.
Yeah. But just even to start for your own pleasure, I think it's starting with yourself and igniting that passion, getting back to dance class, if that's it, or an acting class, or, even listening to great singers that inspire you. What's the style of singing, if we're going to use the singing thing, or join a choir. And choirs don't often, sometimes they're volunteer. So there's lots of ways. I would say, like I'm saying, baby steps, just start something to start to ignite that passion, to fuel you, and then make, that's why I also work as a coach. So that was something we talked about more last time.
Right.
That's what I work with clients. What's that next action? Have a 6-month plan. What is it I want to be doing in 6 months? Maybe I'll be going to a local club, wherever you are, and joining someone and joining the guitar player, the piano player, and singing. at a bar, at a club or a
There you
restaurant
go.
or something.
Jumping on someone's session, right?
Yeah, well, I would ask permission. That would be me. You do what you want. And yeah, start taking those small actions towards it, and have a big vision. Like, what would be the big vision, and let that excite you. If it's like, and post it. Like,
Yeah.
I want to. And some people, I mean, look at those amazing reality shows. We were talking about that before, like So You Think You Can Dance, or The Voice, or all those things. Like, people that didn't have means but somehow found a way. I mean, that's a beautiful story in a way.
Yep.
That is touched on in my film as well. That's the other element, is there's this young kid, which, spoiler alert, we find out is homeless.
Oh, wow.
In the film. And it's not really about homelessness. It's about this person who just has a dream, who has this innate talent as a dancer, but doesn't have the means to make it happen. And that's something that he turns at the end. He gets the opportunity.
All right. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Pam Heffler. Dancing Home is the name of the movie. Be on the lookout for it.
Yeah.
You're watching the Power Hour right here on Soul TV. Pam, I thank you so much for joining me on the show today.
Thank you. That was just a treat.
Hi again, I'm Pam Heffler, the executive producer, writer, creator, and lead actress in my film, Dancing Home. Thank you all for listening today on the Power Hour with DJ Larry Jones. And I want to offer you a gift. As you saw in the promo video that started at the top of our show, I am doing a fundraising campaign to really bring awareness to this film and to have the resources to do all the things that it takes to make a film. So I want to offer an opportunity. If you want to donate to the film, we are going to be offering a complimentary virtual dance class this Sunday, September 15th, 4 p.m. PST, and offer you a very fun dance playlist. So that's my gift to you. All you have to do is go to the show notes. There's a link you can click, go to the page, donate whatever you're able. No donation is too big or too small. You get to share about it and be part of the movement. So I hope you will join me, join my team to really make this beautiful vision a reality. Thanks again.